Now normally when you're ulting or punching as Ramattra, it looks like this. But if you learn how to do this Ramattra tech, you can make it look like this. So what's happening here is that when you're punching as Ramattra, you're actually able to animation cancel the punch to also get melees and a little bit of blocking in, all without sacrificing the speed of your punches. So once you master this technique, you're literally getting free block frames and free melee damage for no cost. So if you decide you want to pop the ult, you can do this little technique, and if you decide at any point you want to start blocking, you can stop and just keep blocking. Now you can even do this in your regular Nemesis form, and allows you a really fun burst combo that attackers may not see coming, like this Reaper for example. Now to the question of how you do it. Now it is a little bit complicated, but I'm going to try and show you how it's done. You basically only need 3 inputs: your primary fire, your block, and your melee, which I have bound to my mouse button on the side. So when you see that icon light up, that's what's happening. Now what you're essentially going to do is alternate between your block and your melee at the right times to cancel the animation of the punch and get your blocks and melees in instead. So I'm going to try and show you guys this in slow-mo. When you're starting the transform animation, you're holding the block, and there's a brief moment where you want to hold all 3 buttons: the block, the punch, and then the melee. The way that's helped me is to always think of it like a circle, where you're alternating between each of the pushes, except once you push your primary fire, you're just going to hold it. So you don't need to worry about the primary fire anymore, and so you're almost treating it like this little dance where you go block, primary, melee, hold the primary, and then you're just dancing between block, melee, block, melee, block, melee. So block, primary, melee, and then we're just gonna alternate, right? So we're just doing the little dance. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And the trick is to just get the timing, and you can either go by the audio cues of the sound of the punches hitting, or the flash of the fist that comes out in this little purple wave. And that's usually the good indicator when you want to switch between your inputs. It will take time. It took me hours of practice even after finding this Reddit post, which this Reddit user discovered this tech in the first place. I still had to spend ages practicing to get that rhythm right, and I still mess it up frequently. But our time is just beginning, Ramattra Mains. And once we get this timing right, we're gonna pull out some silly shit in ladder, I promise you.